Remarkable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Spark are champions!
Good on Pepe! Goal! It doesn't get any better than that!
Ladies and gentlemen, the APSL Delaware River Conference is back. We open the season here at John Bartram High School in Elmwood as Vidas United hosts APSL newcomers Sewell Old Boys FC. A new season means a win would at least tie for the top of the table, so the perfect start to this new season is on the line. Who will take the first points on offer for this campaign? We are just minutes away from finding out. Of APSL history for all you newcomers. Sewell Old Boys just promoted from the CASA division. The Vidas team is actually, the reason they're called Vidas United is not just homage to some pro clubs. They are truly a united team. There used to be two Vidas clubs in APSL. They were Inter Vidas and Vidas Elite. Now, those two clubs used to be in separate divisions. One was in APSL and the other was in the highest level of CASA. Well, that second team just went and got promoted into APSL. So there were two Vidas clubs playing APSL for 1 year. Now, the issue is the resources of Vidas got stretched trying to maintain two APSL teams, and they combined into this united squad you see now. So I don't have any information to tell you about Sewell in last year's APSL because they quite simply weren't here. However, what I can tell you is that this Vidas squad was only 2 spots off the playoffs last year. Finished in 6th place. Of course, for anyone unfamiliar, the APSL takes the top 4. There is a regular season champion. Of course, everyone wants that title. However, the top 4 all get put into a playoff to see who's crowned the real champion of the Delaware River Conference and then goes into the APSL National Finals. Last season, for the first time ever, a Delaware River Conference team not only made it to the final, but actually won it. That was Westchester Predators. So they are the ones with the targets on their back to begin this season. But we do have some newcomers this year we'll have to keep an eye on, Sewell being one of them. How well do they adjust to the pace of play, the physicality of the APSL? That's to be seen. But luckily, we are only moments away from finding out. Referee's just doing a last check on some housekeeping items. And the APSL Delaware River Conference season is underway, ladies and gentlemen. So Vidas is in white going from right to left, and then Sewell's in this red and black kit, very sharp, I must say, going from left to right. Referee must have determined that Christian Soderberg's kit, he's the goalkeeper for Vidas, does not conflict too badly with the Sewell kit because he is in a red kit of his own. But as we get underway here, I want to remind you that today, I'm going to wait because Vidas is in behind here, and I think we have our first penalty of the season. Vidas player gets in behind, brought down, according to the referee, yellow card issued because, of course, we can't have that double jeopardy. That was a rule introduced recently, saving the Sewell man from a red card, but not saving them from a penalty call. This is not the way you'd want to start out if you're Sewell. Richard Blanchard, the man to take this one. Dylan Aportella in the pink kit, trying to make himself big Blanchard takes a breath and buries it just under the crossbar. What a strike, what a goal to open Vidas' account on the season. Richard Blanchard with a thunderous strike pulls Vidas United to a 1-0 lead just 2 minutes into the season. Now, Vidas only scored 20 goals in 18 games last year. So that must come as a very welcome sight to the Vidas squad. Let's see how Sewell responds. And wow, that was lovely little push from behind from the Sewell player. And Vidas player a little upset that the ref didn't take any additional action. But I think that's a good call. You don't want to be dishing out too many yellow cards too early in this game. Make a rod for your own back. That was Bakuri Buadze who was on the wrong end of that shove and not thrilled about it. But while we have a second, I just want to say today's Game and Frame broadcast is brought to you by Petrobax, your gateway to Spain and Portugal. From unforgettable vacations to exclusive soccer group trips, Petrobax gets you closer to the action, the culture, and the biggest teams on the Iberian Peninsula. Visit Petrobax.com and start planning your dream trip today. Strong tackle put in by Buadze, and ball forward was good, but wasn't quite the ball needed. Offsides, the call on Sewell, coming back the other way. We have a sec. Just want to talk about the upcoming games here on Game in Frame. Zum Schneider taking on Pancyprian Freedoms in the APSL Metropolitan Conference. That's tonight at 7:30. Then next weekend, Vidas United, the team in white here, is taking on Vereinigung Erzgebirge, also known as VE. They're at the 1 p.m. time slot in the U.S. Open Cup. That's the first qualifying round. And then later that day, 6 o'clock, we'll have another APSL matchup. Philadelphia Heritage taking on Jersey Shore Boca. Again, that's in the APSL Delaware River Conference at 6 o'clock. I'll be on both of those calls. So be sure to tune in next week to GameInFrame.com, your home for grassroots soccer here in the Northeast. And that ball's fallen to the Vidas player, and he's had a hit, and I think that was a really great touch by the goalkeeper, and a necessary touch, because I think that might have been just eking its way to that back corner. Dylan Apratella, huge save early in this one to keep the scoreline at 1-0. But Bakuri Buadze has an opportunity to whip this one in for a corner. We'll see. Looks like a man is running in short. Will he play it that way? He will. Top of the box. Goes baseline, clipped in towards that near post. It's fallen. Volley's blocked and cleared by Sewell. Round the horn to that far side of the field to Blanchard, the penalty scorer. Big throw in over the top. It's cut out. Sewell clears. It's knotted on. Looks like Vidas will get there first. They do just that. And nice tackle put in by the Sewell forward. Doesn't quite work out. They do go back to Soderberg, who is now donning a penny that I just noticed. Clearly the referee wasn't too happy with the red kit. But now Sewell making a break here, top of the box. Clipped in. Oh, and that was a great return ball, but was ruled offside. So even though Soderberg has it, wouldn't have ended in a goal regardless. That was Hassan Johnson who actually started that move with that brilliant slide challenge. So might be one to watch for the old boys. Ball's clipped across, and look at Hassan Johnson's right there again. Over the top, and Soderberg does really well to come claim that right at the top of his box. Alert goalkeeping by the APSL veteran Christian Soderberg. Has a couple of, or at least one, Save of the Month awards, and a few nominees to boot. So an accomplished netminder in this league. It was on display there as he made a really nice play at the top of the box. Sewell's coming the other way now and cut out by the Vidas defense. Now, the Vidas defense is something to watch out for. They gave up 44 goals in 18 games, which is not a winning defensive record. Is this play onside? It is not. Referee has called it back. And just as well, because I think there were two Vidas men in behind there. I'm not sure if both of them were offsides or just the man who received the ball, but offside the call regardless. Sewell scanning the options, going over the top, offside the call. Are they going to let Soderberg pick this up? They are. Referee's just going to let the play continue. Good refereeing in my eyes. Ball looking over the top, and I thought it was for Blanchard, but it wasn't. It was for Kazin, who is 1v1 on the outside here. Sewell defender does well to halt the progress. He's got some reinforcements coming now, and it looks like they'll eventually clear it. Strong challenge put in by the Vidas man, but seen off by Sewell, and that one goes out of play. Ruling is throw-in for Sewell. Strong challenge put in by the Vidas players. Won the ball as well. Referee says no foul. Great sliding challenge there. It was Alexander Simon who stuck the foot in. I think the referee just wanted that throw-in taken a bit further back. So Vidas player obliges and now puts it forward. Now here come Vidas the other way. Blanchard deeper than he wants to be. They're trying to feed that ball up the middle to Sewell, but Soderberg again, elite goalkeeping to come out and deal with that before the problem got any larger. Sewell trying to just find their way into this game a bit. They haven't really had much possession in the Vidas third. So Apratella played that one on. It did get a flick on from Renzulli, but it didn't amount to anything immediately. But then that's the second time, yeah, and that I think that card's needed because that's the second time Sewell's just like shoved someone after the play. I don't understand what they're doing. And good refereeing. I let the first one go to kind of give him a warning. And then the second time, it needs to be stopped. So that's Heel Ferreira, who is in the book now. So back underway. Nice move to get out of trouble by Jean-Pierre. And Jean-Pierre gets it right back in. Oh, a little nutmeg, but couldn't keep it from the second man. And Sewell have won a free kick in a pretty dangerous spot. And Vidas player playing a dangerous game standing right next to that free kick. Soderberg trying to sort out the marking at the top of the 18. Looks like they're holding a pretty high line. So there is some space in behind. Here comes the free kick whipped in towards that back post. Soderberg's way off his line. Really well done to come out and punch that one. And referee has seen something he didn't like, maybe a foul. Apologies for any colorful language you heard, but some funny commentary on the pitch by Hassan Johnson, who just said, what was he supposed to do? The goalkeeper came flying in like Superman, which may be a fair point. But a compliment, if anything, to Soderberg. That was another great piece of goalkeeping. Come clear that danger. Now working around the horn. Back to Soderberg. And then Jean-Pierre on this near side. And Jean-Pierre still with the ball at his feet. And now does find the open man. That's Abraham Waldman, who plays that long ball down the channel. And a really nice slide challenge put in, and good goalkeeping, good attempt, I should say. But Apratella could not quite keep that ball in after a really nice slide challenge. I think that was Christopher Spicer who put that challenge in. All right, Vidas corner. Looked like they thought about coming short, but rethink it now. Blanchard's calling for it back post. It was whipped in near post, headed clear. And here's Johnson coming the other way. Not much in the way of support had to be said. And a nice slide challenge put in by the Vidas skipper. Blanchard has it now. And Blanchard wins I think that was just out for a throw-in. Inches from a corner, but throw-in is the call. Ball whipped in. I think it was a shot. A tame one, but a shot nonetheless. Way out, about more than 30 yards. So Portela does well to just keep a handle on that one. So if you're not in the area, we've had rain all morning, and I'll get back to the weather report soon because Vidas has won the ball back in a dangerous area, rolled in but cleared by Sewell. So as I was saying, it's been raining all morning here, and the raindrops have stopped falling, but the turf is probably still pretty slick. So Apratella did well to keep hold of that one. Whipped in. Here comes the corner. Cleared by Ferreira. Ooh, it looked like a volley was on offer there. And Johnson was fouled in the so Portela taking this free kick. Around the horn and forward looking ball for Sewell, but didn't connect the pass. And it looks like that ball was intended for Angel Rodriguez, who went up for the header but lost out to a much taller Sewell defender. But he's got it back now. And I think he sprinkled some nutmeg on the Sewell defender. And the ball switched all the way across. And whipped in. It's fallen inside that box and eventually cleared. Now Ferreira with time to analyze the field in front of him, but it was not a completed pass. I think Rodriguez was in on that one defending. And Johnson falls to a crouch there, maybe just gas from the run. And Blanchard does win that header, but there's nobody behind him. So Sewell will try to work it the other way. That ball was a little bit more dangerous, but a little bit too tall for Monsef Atifi, who couldn't quite get a handle on it. Soderberg goes short, and Vidas, seemingly the more patient of these two teams, just happy to kind of work the ball in the middle of the park, and if it's not on, go back and start again. Sewell seems to be a bit more in the Route 1 mindset. There's some nice piece of play. Blanchard fires that ball down the right wing and cut in towards that half space, top of the box, and a nice tackle put in by Spicer. It's not the first time he's gone flying into a challenge and got the ball. Ball was kind of volleyed in, and it's fallen to a Vidas player, in fairness. Hoofed clear by the old boys. Ball's thrown in to Blanchard. And did go around the corner, found the gap. Did he keep that in? Oh, just missed it. I don't think anyone on the pitch thought Alexander Simon could get to that ball. And he very, very nearly did. Just must have trickled out on that far side. Ball pinged over the top. Jean-Pierre is there. He does go back to Soderberg, who very calmly plays that to his center back, Waldman. Out here to Rodriguez. Inside to Kazi. And they'll go out the other way. Here's Blanchard. It looks like the right winger is onside. Cuts inside. Portela had to come across, and Vidas couldn't get the finishing touch. And oh my God, a much a much easier, or excuse me, a much more difficult chance goes by the wayside, but only just. Soccer's a funny game, isn't it? Because I think it was Kazi who missed that first chance, which fell straight to his feet, and then Rodriguez pings a ball across the face, and Kazi very nearly was able to turn that one goalward. Just missed it wide. Apportella may have had it covered. Tough to say. But another threatening move from Vidas. And that ball was actually blocked by the Vidas man, and now they've won it back in midfield thanks to that block. Jean-Pierre covering that one. All over the top for Vidas, and Apportella did well to just come clean that one up. Had to come pretty far for that one too. Nice starting line from him. See off that danger. And Soderberg's in a ton of space back here. Sewell doesn't seem too bothered by him having the ball back there. And even up here at the top of the D, they seem content to just let Vidas have that ball there. And then when it comes into this area here, that's when they start to collapse. Over the top. Around the back for Sewell and Vidas looking to pressure. Jean-Pierre covering that one relatively easily. And backwards they go. About 20 minutes left in our opening half. There is stoppage time in the APSL. We're not always told exactly how much, so don't expect the whistle to blow right at 45:00. If we do get notice, I will be sure to convey it, but we don't always get that notice. So Vidas running down the other way. Is Kazi onside here? Apportella does come clear that, but it's ruled offsides. I understand that the ref's trying to let the play go on there, but that's a possible collision that we could have avoided if that flag went up a little earlier. But look like everyone's all right, thankfully, so it'll just be a Sewell free kick. Apportella with the ball. Also the Sewell skipper, I should add. There's 3 captains on the pitch for the old boys. Bailey Sifone is one of them. He's on the ball right now. Just passed it really nicely into the middle with a nice little move from Atife, who pings it to that left winger. Tifi back on the ball. Cleared to the Vidas man. Jean-Pierre darting through the Sewell line, and he's skipped by another one. Jean-Pierre is in on goal, opens his hips, but can't get it across, and some Vidas teammates that weren't too thrilled with the fact that he shot that ball, but hard to blame him. He beat 3 guys on his way to goal. You could see what he was trying to do. He tried to open that hip up and find that far post, but ended up curling it right to the goalkeeper, Apatella. So, good chance, though. Jean-Pierre's been marauding from the Vidas backline. I actually think he's playing center back, which is not something you see all the time, is a center back that willing and able, more importantly, to dart forward like that. A little bit of a tough ball from the Sewell man, but no harm, no foul. Ball's played over the top, Soderberg alert to it. Johnson seems unhappy about something, but I'm not sure what. Maybe it was just because the ball was too tall, unclear. But he's getting back into his defensive position now. The ball's lifted. Looking for Kazi, didn't find him. So they'll zip it out to the left, and yeah, that is a foul. Simon came in and I think missed the ball on that slide challenge. So Old Boys with a free kick just inside the Vidas half. Sewell trying to interconnect on top of that Vidas box, but the space is so tight, able to see off the danger for now. Jean-Pierre's stepped in. He hasn't won the ball, but his teammate did. And now they have it back. Latifi trying to dance around, but the Vidas players are surrounding him so quickly in the middle of the park. Apatella had to come deal with that. I think he sliced across it, but at least it's clear. And Sewell does end up winning a throw. That was the idea was there, trying to head that back so Apatella could come pick it up. It didn't get enough mustard on it. So eventually had to come out and deal with it any way he could. And a little miscommunication between the Vidas players that Jean-Pierre has to come clean up, and very pragmatically just stomps his foot through it. And it goes for another Old Boys throw-in. And that's a bad challenge from the captain for Sewell there, Bailey Sifoni. Wasn't particularly close to the ball. Unfortunately, the Vidas man is still down. I think that's Buadze. And it looks like Buadze is going to get some treatment here, unfortunately. That's the third booking for Sewell in this first half. You're going to have to really be careful moving forward because Vidas is attacking relentlessly, and some of these challenges are not particularly close to the ball, so referee is just getting all of the boxes ticked. I think we're about ready to go. Boise's off just because he had to go get treatment, so he is looks like he's able to continue, but he's going to have to start off the field. Free kick incoming for Vidas. Strike goes well over the crossbar, and Boise is ready to come back in. Referee waves him in, so very, very briefly at 10 men, but back to full strength. Portella goes short to Spicer. Simon cuts that pass out. And the ball's floated forward. Rodriguez gets there first. A little over 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Simon cuts out another one. He's had a nice game over there on that right back roll. And missed challenge. Vidas players not thrilled with that decision, but free kick the call. Latifi's the man on the ball, and let's see if they can create a chance from this set piece. Ball clipped in over the top. Jean-Pierre wins the first one, and Kazi cleans up the scraps. Ball shot from about 35 yards out. Did not trouble Soderberg's net. Jean-Pierre scanning the field. Nice tackle put in by the Sewell man, but did not get the call. That was Jake Kuzmic who went flying in there. It was a good challenge. Just got a little unlucky as the ball kind of rolled off his ankle out into touch. Kazi gets around his man pretty easily and beats him a second time and fires the ball in. Here's Blanchard after a good return ball. Trying to wriggle free, couldn't do so. He's got it back from Rodriguez, though, who stepped in. Kazi going to challenge it, but played out by Gavin O'Neill. Rodriguez will take the throw in. Into Kazi. Nice move from, I think that was a T-feet. Soderberg finds the ball at his feet again. Johnson does well to press this. He's come a long way. He's actually got a foot in on that. Unfortunately, a little unlucky. Didn't really have the help. Johnson's covered about 60 yards in the last 15 seconds. Rodriguez now streaking down this left wing. Touch was a little heavy, but he's gotten it through, and some last-ditch defending, the only thing keeping Vidas from doubling their lead. Great piece of play. Not rewarded. Thanks to a needed challenge from Spicer. Blanchard trying to fire it across. Blanchard's got it. Blanchard goes down, but they're playing on. He's got the ball back, so good call from the ref. Cross wasn't up to snuff, though. Vidas able to keep it. As Sewell's not able to clear their lines, it keeps coming right back down their throat. Ferreira won the ball back. Here's a Tifi. Strong challenge put in again, but man, if anyone was wondering whether the rust wouldn't be shaken off in this first game of the APSL Delaware River Conference, I hope you have your answer. Through ball, played in behind, bobbing, weaving, can't wriggle free, but they go back to Rodriguez, who does keep it under pressure from Johnson. Jean-Pierre with it at his feet now. Turning inside out to Simon. Down the right side now. Cuts inside. Ball fizzed into Rodriguez. Top of the box. Has a hit. What a strike. But blocked in front by Sewell. He caught that one. My goodness. That might have needed saving. Had it worked its way all the way through. Rodriguez saying that was going in. Hard to say because it was blocked so far out, but my oh my, did he catch it. Nice play from Pereira, wiggles through, and in behind is Kuzmic. Picks his head up, unselfishly crosses it, and the touch was all wrong, and oh my goodness, the best chance of the day for Sewell goes by the wayside. Oh man, Kuzmic, so unselfish, playing it across to Renzulli, but he couldn't quite get it under his spell before the defensive reinforcements came. Kuzmic has a hit and goes down. I'm not sure if that was a slip, but he did catch it. It was just blocked by one of the Vidas defenders and fell to Soderberg. So Sewell, second real chance of this match. So they are creating something, the newcomers. Just haven't been able to convert yet. Strong challenge put in. And another challenge comes flying in. My goodness. Good to have the APSL back. For anyone who says soccer's not a contact sport, show them the game tape. Here comes Sifone, clips it into the box, but Soderberg, the favorite to get there, and does so. About 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Johnson, I was gonna say Johnson has two hands up. I wasn't sure what was doing there. I think he was just saying he had too many men to mark. And Sifone looked forward. I think that Sewell player was offsides, but it doesn't matter because Soderberg thumps it back where it came from. And Blanchard now with it. Looks to switch the play, does so. Rodriguez running off his shoulder. They go to Boise, who I think was trying to find Rodriguez in the half space, but Apertella was first to get there. Johnson's in a lot of space up here, but Apertella's ball is kind of slicing towards this end line. Can he keep it in? He can, but nobody's back there to win it back. So Vidas happily goes backwards to keep possession, and then out the other side to Blanchard, who looks like he's kind of taking up a post on this right-hand side. Kazi had drifted off there. He's not happy, but he's just got to look at the game tape. He was a good 3-4 yards off. Sewell coming the other way. Would love to level this one up before halftime, but running out of minutes to do so. Blanchard with it at his feet, cuts inside and finds Kazi on that right flank. Back to Blanchard. Cuts inside on that baseline. Well defended, but Vidas do have a corner. And if you've never watched a game at John Bartram High School's football stadium, there's a lot of room behind the nets. And Blanchard's running what looks like a 5K to go retrieve this ball to take the corner. And just now getting back to the corner again. About 2.5 minutes remaining of the 45, but we may or may not have some stoppage to tack on. We'll wait and see on that front. Meantime, a threat for Vidas. Here comes the corner. And, it was a good ball, but two players missed it for Vidas. Boadze does have a little space. He goes down as Johnson tries to make his way forward. Rodriguez picks up the loose ball and keeps possession. Go back the other way down this right side. Whipped in. It's a great ball, and it's fallen to Boadze. He's got the touch, and he's got the goal. What a piece of control inside the box from Boadze. Gives Vidas a 2-0 lead just minutes before the halftime break. Great finish from Boadze. After an even better piece of control inside the box with a Sewell defender hanging all over him. He's done really, really well. And Vidas now firmly in the driver's seat at 2-0. And we'll see if Sewell has time to make a threat on goal before halftime. Less than a minute left in the 45 now. Jean-Pierre does well to come across and boot that one into a neighboring parking lot. I think we're going to need a new rock. And one is on the way. Back in players, Ferreira. Clipped into the afternoon sky. Vidas don't seem content to sit at 2 goals, but offside the call. So we are into stoppage time now. Again, not sure how much we will be allowed to play, but some bonus action after a nice first half. All things considered, 2 chances created for Sewell. No goals, but promising stuff from the newcomers, and Vidas showing how clinical they are, converting 2 of their only chances. And that was a strong challenge. He must have gotten the ball. No, he did not. Looked like he was trying to play the advantage, but no such luck for Vidas. Sewell do have a very dangerous free kick. However, they have some problems in that looks like their front man is feeling it after that challenge. That's Jake Kuzmic, who looked like he was in behind, but lost out. Soderberg trying to sort out his wall. Only 2 in the wall. Okay, there's a third one. I was going to say that's a little light for this distance, but 3 in the wall is a little bit more reasonable. only about 25 to 30 yards out, this ball. So we'll see if they have a go. He's had a hit, slammed into that Vidas wall. And Blanchard barking instructions to his men. And the ball goes all the way back to APSL, who does really well, very calmly done to keep it under some heavy pressure. And now, looked like Sewell had numbers going forward, but they couldn't complete the pass, and now Vidas might have numbers going forward the other way. A flurry of action coming down this other side, and a hit, and oh, it goes in the net, but the call is offsides. And the Vidas man not happy. As could have been 3 if not for the linesman's flag. We stay at 2. And this ball's just about trickled into Soderberg. And it looked like second ball was on the pitch there. And that will be that for the first half. Your score from John Bartram High School: Vidas 2, Sewell 0. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after the break.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish: flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back to Southwest Philadelphia on the stadium of John Bartram High School. If you missed the first half, you missed quite a few chances, it must be said. Converted, 2 of them did Vidas United. Sewell created a couple of their own, but did not find the back of the net. While we have some time before we kick off here, I want to remind everyone today's Game and Frame presentation is brought to you by Petrobras, your gateway to Spain and Portugal. From unforgettable vacations to exclusive soccer group trips, Petrobras gets you closer to the action, the culture, and the biggest teams on the Iberian Peninsula. Visit Petrobras.com and start planning your dream trip today. Looks like Ferreira had to make a water run for I'm not sure what just happened, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe a ceremonial pouring of the water to kick off our second half. I have no idea. But I guess Aportella has his bottle now, and we can continue on. Looks like Sekou Silla's checked in for Vidas on this right wing. I'm not positive who he's taken the place of yet. Might be Kazi, now that I'm looking. I'll report back on that when I have it confirmed. In fact, you know what? I think I'm going to call it now. I'm making an executive decision. It was Kazi whose place he's taken. Silla, we remember from last year, a pacey winger. So another attacking threat for Vidas, who already find themselves up 2 goals. And look at this, Sewell making tracks this first minutes of the second half. Top of the box, shot blocked inside the box. Back out, clipped back in. Bouncing around, Sewell still has it. Now it's cleared, but only as far as the Sewell man, but he puts it out into touch. So that's a bit more like it from the old boys. And almost a collision between 2 Vidas players there. Looked like they're all right. And Aportella clears this one back onto the Vidas half. Ferreira goes inside and then back out the other way. Sewell looks like that halftime put a pep in their step going forward. Around the corner was the idea. It was put out of play. Out comes Blanchard, clipped ahead to Silla, who's trying to use that pace, but Aportella's taking a really high line. Well done by him. Rodriguez throws it back in to Boadze, who scored a really nice goal at the end of that first half. Blanchard puts his foot on it and tries to go out the other way, cut out by Sewell. Abraham puts his foot through it, and Silla might be in behind here. And Boadze That was a bit of an exuberant push. And referee says he's not interested in hearing any protests on that one. I can't say I blame him. And Apertella elects to go short. And the ball was blocked as they were trying the long ball. Boadze, Shevchenko back to Rodriguez. Infield to Ibrahim. Out here to Simon. Didn't quite pan out for Simon's pass, but Vidas still have possession. Boadze goes outside to Rodriguez. Shevchenko is onside. He's into the box on his right foot. I don't know if it was a shot or a cross. Either way, it didn't pan out. And Sewell have a throw in very, very deep in their own half. Looks like Vidas are trying to lock them into this corner. And Ibrahim cuts that one in. That one came off Gogoladze. And Shevchenko's on it. A little pirouette. Didn't quite work, and he was called for the foul. Puts his hand up, I think, admitting that didn't quite come off. While we have some time, I want to tell you what's coming up here on Game in Frame. Later tonight, 7:30 p.m., APSL Metropolitan Conference. Zim Schneider takes on Pancyprian Freedoms. Again, that's at 7:30 tonight. Then next weekend, I'll be on the call for Vidas United versus VE. That's at 1 p.m. in the U.S. Open Cup qualifier. First round, that's next Sunday, and then at 1 o'clock, and then later at 6 o'clock, I'll also be on the call for Philadelphia Heritage taking on Jersey Shore Boca in the Delaware River Conference here at the APSL. Meantime, Pereira coming the other way, clips inside to Johnson. He misses it, but following up is a TVN offside. The call. And Sewell's not happy, but what the referee, I think, called there was Johnson was the player who was offsides. And Atifi's the one that scored, but it doesn't matter because Johnson took a swing at it. So he impacted the play, and that's why that ball was called offsides. And why Vidas now has possession on the other side. Gogoladze trying the through ball for Simon, missed him, and Gogoladze does well to win it back and get possession back. Simon running off the shoulder. He does really well. And Gogoladze, unfortunately, I think, ran out of turf. And yellow card for the Sewell player. So that was Spicer who was booked. And, it's one of those ones where I don't know if it was the foul or if it was the dissent, because he came over and wagged his finger at the referee, which, as a former referee, I can tell you, they don't take too kindly to that. But again, it might have been for the foul. I'm not sure. I have to talk to the ref to figure out exactly what the card was for. But regardless, that's a fourth Sewell player in the book. And we still got quite a bit of game left to play. Blanchard's going to whip this free kick in. And it's going to come all the way out to Shevchenko on this left-hand side. He goes back to Rodriguez, who whips a good-looking ball in, but it's straight at Apertella. And Sewell will survive here. Sewell now with some possession in the attacking third. And some good interconnecting passes played here. Atifi had it stripped. Shevchenko came to challenge, but look out, Rodriguez might have, oh no, he's done well to keep it, but he has given up the throw. Looks like we're going to get a substitution. Gogaladze is the player making way. So, it's going to be a new man in the middle of the park. That's Eddie Schwartz, who's working his way onto the pitch. Tifi lost out to the Vidas defender. Shevchenko looks to go route one, but Apratella, nice high line. Able to keep possession. Ball here to Christian Vetter. Goes back to Gavin O'Neill in that very popular footballing number 62. Might be a nod to American football, Jason Kelsey, I'm not sure. Soderberg just picks that ball up, rolls it out to Jean-Pierre. Rodriguez clips it ahead to Shevchenko. Can he get by O'Neill? He cannot. Back to Apratella, who just lofts that one straight up. Looked like no one seemed interested in heading that one. And that was an odd challenge. I think there's going to be a card for that one. Ibrahim gets the yellow. Gotta say, that's one of the more unorthodox challenges I've ever seen, so I don't know if I can fault the yellow there. Kind of like wrapped his leg around it. It was very, very odd. I'm not sure there was much malice in it, but yellow card is the decision. So that's the fifth booking, first for Vidas. And out the other way comes Sewell. Lost possession. Vidas coming back. Wadze lost it. Apratella will have the ball at his feet here. Clips it over Sekou Silla, but Ibrahim did well to come win the ball. Silla lofting it forward. O'Neill heads clear, and Ibrahim will just let that one bounce out of play. And Blanchard clipped infield. Schwartz to Ibrahim. Bouadze's in behind, leaves it for, and I think that was important because I'm pretty sure Silla was offsides, but Bouadze wasn't. Unfortunately, Bouadze pulled it wide. I want to get back to what's coming up on Game and Frame. I was cut short earlier by some action. 7:30 tonight, Zum Schneider takes on Pancyprian Freedoms in the APSL Metropolitan Conference. Vidas United takes on VE next Sunday in the first round of the U.S. Open Cup. That's at 1 p.m. And then later that day at 6 p.m. we'll have more APSL Delaware River Conference action. Heritage takes on Jersey Shore Boca at 6 p.m. I'll be on the call for both of those latter two games. So be sure to join us here on Game and Frame, your home for grassroots soccer here in the Northeast. Ibrahim shrugs off a couple of challenges, sprinkles some nutmeg on the defender, and now Blanchard's infield, cuts it inside, somehow doesn't fall. It's fallen to Blanchard, and the return ball is ruled offside, I think. We're going to have a discussion. Looks like we're going to have a discussion. This is good officiating. So he's checking that they both saw the same thing. Who had the ball? Where was the ball played? Because Blanchard was the man that initially made that run. So it's ruled a goal. It's good. It's good officiating. Because what happened there Blanchard played the ball. It was cut back, and it came off a Sewell player back to Blanchard. So Blanchard had run down that right wing, and yeah, no Vidas player had played it. So that ball came back off a Sewell player, which it doesn't matter where Blanchard's standing at that point because he played the ball himself. So it's one of those weird facets to the offside rule, but I think it was the right call. It's the right call if the slide of Eddie Schwartz didn't make contact with that ball, because at that point then Blanchard would be in an offside position. But if Schwartz missed that ball, it doesn't matter. So hard to say if he did or not, but if anyone saw it, would be the main official, which is why I think he went over and had that discussion with the linesman, because if the linesman thought that that ball was touched by Schwartz, it would be offsides and she'd be making the correct call. But the lead official ran over, and what I believe said was he didn't make contact with that ball, meaning it's no longer offsides. I'm speculating here because I don't have a feed of what the refs are saying to each other, but I think that's what happened, and if that is indeed what happened, it was the right call. So 3-0 the score. Blanchard with his second of the match. And Sewell getting a very rude welcome to the APSL Delaware River Conference by Vidas, who are stock full of players who are old vets of the APSL. And honestly, you can't say that Sewell haven't created chances. It's just been how clinical Vidas has been. And can they be clinical again? Shevchenko skips past one challenge, cuts in, finds Boadze, who's infield, and I think a very necessary intervention from Gavin O'Neill was the only thing that saved it from moving to 4-0. Jean-Pierre goes down. Referee says no foul. Now Jean-Pierre recovers, does well. Tiffy tried to play it off. It actually hit off a Tiffy there, and unfortunately for him, goes out for a Vidas throw. Rodriguez throws it in. Zipped in the middle of the field for Schwartz. Deflected and will fall all the way back to Apatella. And that's not where he wanted to put it. Blanchard with an opportunity for a hat trick. Cuts inside, has the hit. Really well saved by Apatella. Covers his own mistake. And elects to throw it out this time. Shevchenko making life difficult for the old boys. Blanchard over to Schwartz. Tries to create some space. He does so. Has a flick at it, but it was straight at Apatella. And Blanchard with it again. And he goes down. Referee says ball was won. Simon picks it off. And that is a foul called on Johnson. And you can see, I think I don't know if it was the pace or the fitness issues are getting to the old boys, but Vidas is showing their class here. So 2 things to note. There's the subs not coming in right now. So we'll get back to that in a sec. Schwartz floats one towards that back post. It's too long. But now we're going to have a substitute for Vidas. So Boadze will exit this match. He is one of the 2 goal scorers for Vidas. Arguably the toughest of the 3 to convert, and he did really well to do so. Abraham tried to head that one clear, but only to another Sewell defender, but goes out of play. Throw in for Schwartz. Goes all the way back to Jean-Pierre. Something to watch out for. Jean-Pierre was just stretching his calf out. I'm not sure. He might just be cramping, or I don't know if there's a muscle issue, but just something to keep an eye on. So the center back has probably quite a bit of running left to do yet. A little over 20 minutes remaining. And Silla was second to that ball, but we're playing on. Good refereeing. Johnson running down this left-hand side. Misses the ball, and referee just had to look back. Wonder if Silla might go in the book here at the end of this passage of play. We'll see. Schwartz. I think Johnson might be cramping up at the far left of the pitch. And looks like we have a stoppage here. So Jean-Pierre actually did just exit this match. So I guess the Vidas bench took note of that calf stretching too. I think Johnson's going to be able to continue here, but he looks like he's laboring a bit. And Blanchard tries to get the cross in. It trickles out of play for a goal kick. Isaiah Fox, the man on for Jean-Pierre, at the center of defense for Vidas. And Johnson, who was just laboring with his legs, has to go chase this one. He's done well to get there. Can't complete the pass, but popped up temporarily. Soderberg cleaned it up. Soderberg heads up. He likes to go short to Fox. And Fox over to Waldman, who plays a little 1-2 with Simon. Tried to go inside to Schwartz, didn't work, but Simon cleaned up the mess. Ibrahim, Silla. Simon the intended target, but cut out by Sewell. Over to Ferreira. Simon lost out to, I think that was Spicer, who was not happy with his missed play. Throw goes backwards to Soderberg. Who plays short to Ibrahim, picks his head up and goes long to Shevchenko. And Aportella, another good piece of goalkeeping. He's had a great high line all game, and he's cut out a lot of those really dangerous-looking balls over the top from Vidas. Ball goes back to Soderberg, who tries to clip it to Rodriguez, does so very well, plays a great one-touch ball to Schwartz. Tried to go back to Rodriguez, but it was cut out. Go back to Waldman. Sewell with a great touch as that ball skipped up and played a nice ball down this right-hand channel. Blanchard comes short, gets the ball on the top of the box. And he's looking for options, and he's short on them. And Ferreira is the man on the ball for Sewell. Looking for teammate, but couldn't find him. But you can see the quality of Vidas, how quickly they regain possession when they lose it. That's something that Sewell is going to have to find a way to do if they want to keep up in this league, because Vidas is a solid team, but again, finished in just 6th place last year out of 10 teams. So it's a mid-table side, and they're really controlling the ball on them. And Simon was unhappy with the Sewell physical play. Referee obliges, gives him a free kick. Less than 20 left to play. Silla rolls that one to Schwartz. Ibrahim has it. Simon wants to go back to Silla, couldn't complete the pass. And Ibrahim is trying to make life difficult, but he is on a yellow now, something to keep an eye on. Fox comes out to press that. Really well done by Fox. You see a lot of center backs hesitant to come out that far, but he did well and pressured a mistake by Atifi, who is now, I think, making his way out of this match. He's been replaced by Krish Olmedo, who looks like takes up a spot in the middle of the park. Brian Sharkey also on for the Old Boys in the center of midfield. Nice little 1-2. And looks like the fresh legs almost converted into a goal-scoring chance, but back the other way comes Vidas. Blanchard goes to Shevchenko, who goes back to Blanchard, does well to muscle Sewell out of the way. Simon, infield to Blanchard. Nice, fair, physical play on that far side. Good to see. Referee was able to keep his whistle in his pocket. O'Neal. Down this right-hand side. Olmedo couldn't complete the pass, but he's won a throw-in. And another change inbound for Sewell. Kuzmik will make his way out of this match, and Kyle Stone will come in, looks like as that target man, like-for-like replacement. And Sewell, just inches away from a really nice through ball. Fox cut it out nicely. And we'll have a Vidas throw. Ferreira. That ball's over the top. Soderberg's come a long way, and what an intervention that was. He's hoofed that ball into what looks like the next county, but I mean, that was a good 30-yard run from Soderberg, and it was excellent play. Good goal. Seen a lot of that from both of these goalkeepers. Really high lines, willing to come play the ball with their feet. That new age goalkeeper on full display in this match, and Johnson did really well to win that. Silla did a nice little dummy, but it will be Ferreira who's ultimately the man on the end of it. Ball clipped in over the top. Soderberg coming out again does well. Silla trying to get on the end of it, but couldn't get on the end of it. I think Ferreira saw him off. Looks like they need a new ball. Another fun fact about this stadium is the bleachers have a nice ball-sized gap under them, where when the ball rolls under it, it's gone forever. I'm exaggerating, but not by much. So we got a new rock. And it looks like the referee was seeing to Johnson, who is, I don't know if he's exiting or if he's just going to get some treatment and try to re-enter. It looks like he's just cramping, hopefully. It's not warm, but it's very humid here in Southwest Philadelphia, so I'm thinking he's just needs to work those cramps out, maybe get some water. Looks like Silla was offsides, and he is. Here comes Sewell down this right-hand side. Shevchenko puts a stop to that. He's been causing problems all day out on the wing for the old boys. Spicer goes back to Aportella and goes outside to O'Neal. Blanchard almost got that one. And Fox marauding forward, and he is onside because he was on his own half when that ball was played. What a defensive recovery from the Vidas man. So we'll have a corner for Sewell. In it comes. It was a bit heavy, and it goes out of play, but it did come off a Vidas player. So Johnson will take the throw in. Looks like he's setting up for a long throw. And, you know, fair play. It was pretty long. Couldn't quite find Ferreira, excuse me. But chance created. Schwartz won that ball and was trying to find Fox, but it's actually fallen. Soderberg has to come out of his goal, and I'm not sure if it was Soderberg. I think it might have been Blanchard who got something on that ball to scoop it out of play. Soderberg had come out, and looks like we have some trouble for Shevchenko, who went down. I believe he was holding his back. Yeah, it looks like maybe took a kidney shot or something. He's holding that lower back. Oh, no, might just be cramping. I hope it's just cramping. I'm not sure. Shevchenko's struggling with something. I'm not sure exactly what, but he's temporarily going to be treated on the sideline. Meantime, on the pitch, Johnson's gearing up for another one of these long throws. And it's come into the box, headed back out to him. And I think Johnson just accepted that Blanchard was going to win that ball back. So Christian Vetter goes around the horn to Gavin O'Neill, back to Apratella. And Johnson's offsides there, and now he's on. So he could play that ball, but trickled out. Throw-in goes back to Soderberg. And Shevchenko was way behind that line, but I don't think they're going to call offsides because it went out for a throw. Less than 10 left to play in this APSL debut. Slide challenge doesn't take it off of Simon. The second one did, but it was illegally done. So free kick awarded. Let's see if Vidas can add a tally. Again, goal difference does matter in this league, so you'll very rarely see a team lay off. Blanchard clips it far post. Couldn't quite find his man, and it will trickle out for a goal kick. Blanchard on 2 goals. And Boadze, the 3rd goal scorer, but he has since made his way off the pitch and onto the bench. So Blanchard's still on for a hat trick. If he can find the net one more time in the remaining 10 minutes or so. Shevchenko and Simon combine to win that ball back. And giving chase was the Vidas man, but couldn't quite get there. Simon wins it, but Ferreira heads it forward. Physical battle in there with Brian Sharkey and pretty much the entire Vidas team, and he eventually wins a free kick, so fair play to him. Ferreira goes back to the old boys goalkeeper, Apratella. He tried to lift it to Spicer and couldn't quite get there. Ferreira will probably just let that one trickle out of play. A little over 5 minutes left of the 90. As Blanchard comes streaking down this left side. It was put into the middle for Schwartz, who fired a shot on goal, but it was deflected. And I'm not sure, but Shane Baker might have just saved the goal there. Tough to tell because that ball went flying over the bar, but only because of the deflection. Looks like Schwartz will be the man to take the corner. We'll say the sun's starting to peek out behind the clouds, and the temperature is climbing towards the end of this match. Very, very muggy, as I said. We'll see how Schwartz can play this one. It's a really nice ball whipped in right on the top of the 6, but and unfortunately for him, it came back out to him, but went out off Schwartz for a goal kick. Apratella looking to go along, and falls to Ferreira. O'Neill with it at the back to Apratella. Clipped forward. Johnson. Spicer made a forward run from that back line, but couldn't get on the end of it. Goes all the way back to Soderberg, who will zip it out to Simon. Looks like Sewell's won it back. Ball played in behind, looking for Johnson. Couldn't find him, though. And Vidas resorts to thumping it out of play. And Sewell player goes down. Foul not given. Here comes Vidas the other way. Sila's in the middle. Shot taken. Saved by Apratella. Blanchard on the ball now. Come infield to Simon. Ibrahim, top of the key. Looked like he had some space, elected to pass it instead. And that might be, yeah, it's gone all the way back to Fox. Now it's gone all the way back to Soderberg. So happy to just keep possession. And Soderberg will thump it back where it came from, right to Shevchenko. What a ball that was. And he's ruled offsides. And but what an attempt by Soderberg. That was a great ball. Again, stoppage time is available. Not sure how much we'll have. But we will see. Oh, really nice ball played around the back line for Vidas. Chipped effort, looking to clip it over Soderberg, but not quite. The required effort to beat the savvy veteran Christian Soderberg. Lovely ball must be said, played around the key. Soderberg turns that one over. Unlike him, we'll see if Sewell can convert. Fox with a huge, whoa. And yeah, it looked like that was not particularly a well-timed jump from Kyle Stone there. And hopefully Soderberg's all right. That couldn't have felt nice. And here comes Vidas the other way. Nice tackle put in by Spicer. Won the ball. Infield to Blanchard. That ball was well over the bar. And it'll be a Vidas goal kick. Or excuse me, Sewell goal kick. The Old Boys running out of time. As the referee just has a quick check of his watch. Spicer plays one forward. Couldn't get the touch, and Fox will play it out to Simon. And really nice ball played through for Blanchard, who is on for a hat trick. Remember, unselfishly plays it across to Silla, who converts easily. And give a round of applause to Blanchard because he forgoes the hat trick to pass it to his teammate and give a sure goal to make it 4-0 and lock up the 3 points for Vidas. In many ways, a perfect start to Vidas' APSL season. And unfortunately, a rude welcome to the Old Boys, who are definitely going to have some adjusting to do to this higher level of the APSL. The beauty of a new season being that as soon as this game ends, Vidas will be tied at the top of the APSL table. An interesting start to the season for a team who, again, only finished 6th last year. Can they climb the table this year, maybe find one of those top 4 spots, make their way into the APSL playoffs, and maybe, just maybe, make it into the APSL National Finals? We are firmly into stoppage time now. We'll see how much the ref allows them to play. Looks like Sewell's free kick will float in here. Soderberg does well to come up. Doesn't hold it, but it is cleared by a teammate. So can Sewell get on the board? O'Neal scything his way through the midfield. Johnson is in the box with room, but he was offsides. And that will be that. The first game of the APSL Delaware River Conference season is in the books. Your score, Vidas 4, Sewell 0. Don't go anywhere. Post-game interviews coming up in just a few minutes.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back to Southwest Philadelphia. I'm here with Richard Blanchard for Vidas. So, Richard, last season finished mid-table. There's some new additions, Sewell being one of them. How do you think you guys fared opening the account for this year?
I think it was good. Last year we struggled to kind of finish, put away games. We came out strong. We were able to put 4 away and kind of put the game to bed.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that because I think you only managed 20 goals through 18 games last year, and then you come out first game, knock 4 in. So that's got to be a pretty good feeling, especially being an attacking player yourself.
Oh yeah, for sure. Last year there were some games that we either tied or lost because we only scored 1 or 2. So it was good to come out and put a lot away.
Yeah, and on the other side of the ball, you guys gave up a lot of goals last year. Mm-hmm. And now they are a new team, but still they promoted to be in this league with you guys, managed to shut them out despite some attempts by them. How do you think you guys did on the defensive side of the ball?
I thought we did a really good job. Our focus was mainly just to keep possession, simple passes, and beyond their backs, pressing. So I thought we did a really good job and kept a clean sheet.
Yeah. We got to talk about that last moment. You're on 2 goals. You're running down. There's nobody in the way except the goalkeeper, and you pass it. You're a better man than me, but just tell me what was going through your head. What did you see, and why'd you like to pass it off?
Yeah, I was thinking about it as I was going. I was going right at the keeper. Shout out to Sekou. He was screaming loud, and I heard him, and I'll take the guaranteed goal any day.
A better man than me. Finished with a brace and an assist. Did Richard Blanchard. Good start to the season for Vidas, winning 4-0 over Sewell Old Boys. And from Jake Gillespie, my man Nick Krause on the camera, thank you very much for watching another Game & Frame presentation.